Okay, this is the Formicid Fire Elementalist, game number 31 in the Elliptic Streak. We're pretty close to winning it. We have, well, technically we only have 2 runes, but we'll easily have 4 here in a minute. However, yeah, last night I was playing and I was sleepy and I just played too long and somehow I managed to get into this horrible situation. So can we live? I don't know. Hey Totally, what's up? Hey, doesn't he? This is not as bad as it looks. I have Recite going, and I have 27 invocations, so almost everything is either confused or dazed. Like this Reaver is the most dangerous thing on the board right now. A lot of big boys, but all of them are confused. Stone Giant, confused, confused, confused. This one's not confused, but Recite is still going, so we'll probably get some more work done. I was kind of staring at the screenshot and trying to figure out, well, what do I want to do to solve this situation? And the way I figure it, I think I need to do Vitalize first. Also, someone looked it up. I think it was Man looked it up for me, and the Stairlock only lasts 7 plus 1d8 turns. So if we want to, we could just like Sanctuary, imprison the Warden, and just wait it out. But I don't want to do that. Instead, what I think I'm going to do is Vitalize to get defenses. So that'll be my first turn. That'll give me extra EV and SH because I'll get 9 strength and 9 dex. That's a lot. And then after the Vitalize, if I'm not hurt, I think we're going to Lamp in the Warden's general direction. Hopefully starting out some damage on him, but also tagging the Reaver. And then after that, we might Immolate. It's kind of hard to say though. How much ammo do we have? We have a lot of ammo. We have 4 ammo, so we could do some serious work. The only thing that really upsets me about this situation, outside of the fact that we're locked in, is I don't have Might, and that's a big problem. But we have 15 evocations, so I got Scattershot. I can one-shot any of this stuff, you know. I'm not going to make any allies, because if I do have to Sanctuary, what I don't want is for stuff to take damage and die from my allies, which would make Zen mad at me. The whole ammo plan could possibly cause some problems if stuff explodes while I'm in the Sanctuary, but it should be okay since he wipes out the lamp clouds, so there's nothing should be taking damage after I do Sanctuary, unless I have some clouds left over here. Anyway, I mean, there's a few things I could do. Like I said, I could Sank, I could imprison the Warden and just wait it out. I could Sank and walk to the northwest and get into one of these kill holes and try to duke it out, or southeast and do the same thing. But why don't we just go ahead and do our Vitalize. Still reciting. We take 10 damage. We only take 10 damage, that's not bad. I'd be interested to see what the Reaver did. This is an awful lot of stuff around me. Fire Giant's confused, that's good. The Brilliance from the Deep Elf High Priest went away. We actually killed that last night instantly with the Pillar of Salt. He turned into a Pillar of Salt from their site, so that's cool. Something interesting that I learned, and yeah, Tidbits, Zen is amazing with the Formicid. Something interesting that I learned is that Vault Wardens are actually HD 16, so the idea of them turning into Salt from Recite, even at 27 invocations, is just not very likely. Wow, the Merfolk is what hit me. Fascinating. Alright, I say go ahead and launch the lamp out. Okay. Tinker Reaver hits itself and dies. Nice. We don't take any more damage. Alright. So here's the problem, though. There is an Annihilator next to me now. I feel like we have to Scattershot him, because otherwise we could take enormous damage and die. Right? We're not reciting anymore, that's a shame. Scattershot's not guaranteed to work, but it's pretty likely. Our EV is 23, our SH is 28. It's not bad. Yeah, I think we have to burn a scattershot for safety. Kill the Annihilator. Good. We take no damage. Alright. He blew a horn. Yeah, man, I guess I am safe from the Reaver, aren't I? I don't think he's going to blow acid past me. Alright, it's time to immolate. Fascinating. So this immolation, if I could kill this stone giant, we're probably okay. Because that explodes. If I can get these two stone giants to explode, that'd be ideal. Because then the warden would die. So do we just scattershot this sentinel? Or maybe this death mage who has no armor on? Well, he has ring mail, but that's not that bad. Swing axe, that's... Yeah, the merfolk will explode, especially if I target him. And that'll be faster. That's a good point, doesn't he? Because I have 20 axe skill, so that'll be the fastest thing I can do. I can't haste, but I can swing with a super fast weapon. Good. 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 Not bad. I want to kill the... I actually want to kill the dragon, believe it or not. But on the other hand, I have Ice Blast, 27 charges, and this is such a sick Ice Blast right here. That hits a lot of stuff. That hits a lot of stuff. And at 15 evokes, it might even kill the stone giants, which are heavily wounded. At the very least, it's going to injure the warden. Is there any other way? Thank you, Tidbits. I appreciate that. It's very nice of you to say. I can CeCK if the dragon tramples, and it will take out all the fire. I'm more worried about taking big damage, but I guess I can also just step. I could step, but yeah, Flood Killer Zen does get mad if ammo goes off during CeCK, but it shouldn't. I can't see why it would go off. I'm gonna Ice Blast. He's pushing us towards the rest of the stairs. Apply more axe. I could apply more axe. Yeah, we'll apply more axe. Boom, boom. Would I be greedy if I blew another Ice Blast just to clear out these stone giants? Because I can go up now safely, but I kind of want to keep going. Yeah, I'm going to keep going. Scattershot do anything to a golden dragon? Probably not. We're just going to swing. If a warden shows up, I'll probably go up. I think I overestimated the danger of this situation, perhaps. It's better to clear things now, yeah, because when I come down, who knows what else is going to be here, you know. What's my Evo skill? 15, Totery. Really, really good. It's always easy in hindsight. Fair points. Yeah, that's true. There's a warden. I'm going to go up. Thankfully, I didn't get shoved off. Well, you have to consider the rare case as Flood Killer. I mean, that's the thing, is you're going to... I mean, I know this is probably the point you're making. It's just like, the worst case scenario is what kills you, usually. Alright, so there is a warden over there. Dude, is there a hatch? If there's a hatch down into this floor, there is. I should just take the hatch at this point. Hold on, we're going to take a little detour. Something I did earlier was I just left Spider behind. I may as well finish it now, because the only thing that's down here is Jorgren, and that's why I skipped it. Yeah, Flood Killer. Absolutely. But yeah, this is free at this point, so I might as well do it. Tactical note, you would have been better off imprisoning the warden in case you got trampled off. I don't agree, because I could always, because of the fact that I had Sanctuary available. To deal with really anything bad that could have happened. Like if I got trampled off, I just sank and then go upstairs. In general, though, if I didn't have that tool available, you're probably right. But this way, I get to kill another warden for sure, you know. So if I go down, I only have, well, I have however many wardens are left on the floor, but certainly -1, you know. Warden would have locked you in for 7 to 15 turns. Dispersal in V5 entry. Adort, no. Don't do this to me. It's really nice coming back here after you've leveled a bit. It's very free. Oh, when I went up. Ah, okay. Interesting. That's true. Yeah, that's true. I probably should have imprisoned. That's a fair point. I rolled the dice to protect my piety. Probably shouldn't have. I think I agree with you. You're right, I should have imprisoned the warden. Yeah, we are just cleaning up the Spider 3 and Spider 4. I mean, Jorgren is tough enough that it was totally the right call, I think, to skip these floors, but I could have come back and done them a little sooner, probably. Okay, have a fire, immolate. Strength. Oh, it would be nice if wouldn't it be lovely if I could teleport? I'm gonna drink a heal wounds. There we go. Well, tidbits, I mean, this is going to be easy if you come back at level 27. It's, you know, a branch that's sort of designed for you to take it at level 15 or whatever. Well, maybe a little after that. Alright, we're going to take the Scroll of Vuln. Going to take all the Scrolls of Vuln. No, I didn't get the Volt's Rune. I left after fixing that bad situation, and I'm going to go back down now and deal with it. I'll enchant up my shield. Apparently I found a enchant armor at some point. It's kind of weird that we're using plate armor of RN+, but it gives us RN+ that we didn't have before. Yeah, Totary. Actually, I only just noticed that this is on the ground here. Mask of the Dragon. Too bad we can't use it. It's that freakish ant head of ours that doesn't let us use it. Oh well. Anyway. Wait, what is this? The Mask of the High Priest of Ancient Erebora. Ancient times, the gods, the Ereborans, ceased to answer their prayers, and in desperation, the people turned to the forbidden worship of dragons. Now of their works only this mask remains. I've never read that before. I didn't know that the mask had some lore behind it. It's kind of neat. I've taken to reading the descriptions a little more. The mask is a hat, but formicids can't even wear hats. They're too, their antennae are too big. Alright, let's, okay, we have 3 runes. Let's vitalize when we walk in here. Go down. There's 2 wardens. Lamp is used up right now. I think we're gonna, what should I do? Recite. Nothing's happening to the Reaver. Yeah, I was about to take a hatch, and I should have probably. But, this is fine. I'm going to burn an agility. There is something more important that I forgot to do. Just TP. Haha. Let me get right on that, bro. Alright, I want to deal with this Reaver, so 47% enslaved, that's not good. Alright, we're just gonna have to live with that for a minute. Why did I should just imprison him, actually, do that. Okay, immolate. Oh man, if I hit my ally, actually, that's not good at all. But luckily he's trapped behind that battle sphere for the moment. That was a little sloppy. Let's take the hatch this time. Hey, the hatch leads somewhere super good. Now we've been fighting in here basically forever. One of the reasons I'd actually prefer not to hatch on a formicid is that I could run into a mark trap at any moment, and if that happened, we'd just be sort of boned. But with that said, we've already cleared out so much of the floor that this seems okay. I mean, we're just getting stragglers at this point, really. Seems like I've gotten a follow. Kefriuo, thank you for the follow, man. Appreciate it. Sometimes Reavers just don't want to die. We've swung like 4 billion times against that one, and it just took a really long time to take him down. Let's vitalize. Alright, not bad. We're still mopping up. I mean, at this point on any other character I would say, wow, Volts 5 is done, but on a formicid it remains pretty dangerous. Hey, Senshi, how you doing? You're here early today. I like it. I already have a fan of Gale's. Fan of Gale's, oddly useful on a formicid. Didn't want to miss the FoFE. Yeah, this is quite a FoFE. Check out this perma-paralyzed, excuse me, stupefied Orc Warrior. You think I should check the Great Mace? There have been times that I've used Gale's tidbits. It's usually quite a Hail Mary. I really don't like using it, but I mean there are times I don't want to spend money on this Talus. I just realized it's in a shop, and it's probably not worth using compared to the Battle Axe. I mean, I guess it could be like a plus 12 speed Great Mace, but more likely it's garbage, and I'd just rather have the gold to donate for piety. But yeah, anyway, Tidbits, to answer your question, Gale's is just weirdly unreliable. Once in a great long while it'll do cool things for me, but more often it just makes me sad. Okay, +1 gloves. There's another pair of gloves here. Gloves of strength. We'll drop the dexterity and keep the strength. Senshi, it's more like you can. When you pick up gold, you tithe a little bit of gold. But then I can also manually donate half my stack. And then over time, that gives you piety over a little bit of time. So it can be really valuable if you really need to sanctuary a bunch of times in a row. You very well might need to donate near the beginning of that process, and it actually saves you, or can save you anyway. We got some enchant weapons, enough to get our battle axe to +9, which is great. Yeah, Tidbits. Gale's once in a while. I mean, I think last game I had a situation where I used Gale's to great effect. I don't remember exactly what it was, though. Do you not need GDS on this guy? Well, yeah, the Golden Dragon did drop his scales. Here's the thing. I could stop using this ring, and if I wore Gold Dragon scales, I would still have RF+++ and RC+. So that'd be okay, but then I would lack R negative. And it's like, is there another ring that gives me R negative and is worth the swap? Maybe this one. I guess it has +4 Slay on it. That's okay. Shadow Dragon Carnage. I mean, yeah, exactly. Like, it's not necessary to have R negative. It's just really nice. I would say that RN is actually more relevant than the GDR you get from GDS. A lot of acronyms there, but in this case, I have tons of GDR already from the plate armor, so it's... Plus, I lose 3 EV if I wear the Gold Dragon scales. I do have a couple of enchant armors, but that's going on my shield. Boom, +8 large shield. I don't know. If I were to find a ton of enchant armors, you would see me perhaps going in the Gold Dragon direction. It clashes with the color of the shield. That's right, blue. Finally, someone who understands the most important part of this game, the fashion. Yeah, I don't know. If it didn't nerf my EV, I think I would go in that direction, but it does, so I think we're gonna sit tight. But I could see me switching. You missed how I got out of my risky entrance to Vault 5. You could check the VOD, but long story short is I did what I was intending to do, more or less, which is I did Vitalize, and I lamped, and I just killed I immolated, and I took out the Vault Warden, and I didn't take a lot of damage in the process because my defenses were okay, and more importantly, Recite just did a whole lot of work for me. Already having +7 in plate. What's this now? People keep talking about the WoW Classic. I don't think I'm going to play it, but it sounds interesting. Did we do Crypt already? I think we did. Yeah, we did. Alright, we just have to... We don't have a lot of game left. We can finish up soon. I might very well start the Minotaur Warper today. The problem with World of Warcraft is it's just like it's a time sink that's very hard to put down. I always had trouble with that. Yeah, leveling takes a long time, but essentially I wouldn't be surprised if they make some changes to it. It's mopping up and then the orb tidbits. I mean, we just have to make it through depths and Zot. I mean, I don't know. On a Formicid, I'm always weirdly paranoid that I'm going to get owned on the orb run or in Zot. So I might do a little farming in the Abyss, but I don't think it's necessary with the power of Zen on our side. We're marked. And if we're going to be marked, we're going to do it in a kill hole. Power of God in anime. Also true. Well, it doesn't take long to level. I played Final Fantasy XI in EQ. Well, are you talking about Classic WoW? Or are you talking about Classic WoW or like, you know, the more modern WoW? I hope you have to hunt people down manually again, Totary. That'd be hilarious. Can we tab this guy without our core? Yeah, we can. Kind of, yeah. The anti-FO level. Yeah, ah, crap. Oh, it is Crystal Spear, damn. Well, I guess I have to do this. Is there a hatch? There is a hatch. That was real annoying. Whoa, is that the Ring of Phasing, aka the Ring of Shaolin? Yeah, I think Dungeon Finder mostly made it so well, I don't know. The thing about World of Warcraft that was always interesting to me was that it felt like a big journey, and that's a kind of feeling I think you can only get when you're really young, or when you don't know a lot about a game yet, you know, where it actually feels like an adventure. And when you start putting in these elements that detract from, you know, the travel element of it, I think you lose something. But at the same time, I mean, of course, you can't have all this tedium. You know, the traveling aspect can't feel tedious, or else your endgame players are just bored out of their minds. But honestly, I don't know. I mean, to me, the whole idea of an MMO seems like the idea of a game that doesn't end seems like something that just is always going to be inherently flawed in one way or another. Shaolin, prepare to be demonetized. Is it against the rules to mention Shaolin? Okay, so we're going to trade robustness for shell-in, trading 8AC for 8EV. I really want to put on the ring of robustness on the other slot, but then we lose our poise and our C. Gosh, now, wow, you know what I'm going to do now? Is I actually am going to put on gold dragon scales. And then we're going to, this is a little awkward, but I can't resist. I can't resist wearing these two rings at the same time. Come on, can't do it. So what we'll do is we'll grab the RN ring and we'll just swap to it if need be. I'm offended on behalf of them. I assume they're really good at dodging attacks, right? If the ring gives you +8 dodging. Tab, tab, tab. 39 AC, 19 EV. That's not bad. And it's only going up. And also our base armor is higher now. So we're getting more bang for our buck out of our armor training. That's another reason to use Gold Dragon scale. We're going to go into a zig as well. Oops, I just took a hatch and I didn't mean to. That's okay. Oh, you know what I forgot about? There's a trove. Portal to a secret trove of treasure at once a +4 Storm Dragon scale. But we probably won't be finding that anytime soon. Maybe. See, we have a Lagonu vault over there. I'll come back to that in a minute. Let's deal with this stuff off west. Cool. Alright, is there anything in here that can bother me? Not really. This all goes down to this site. Can't be paralyzed. Wow, am I getting owned? Oh, I'm actually getting owned here. Interesting. Scatter shot. Scatter shot. Tidbits, I don't think I need to. It was just a thought. What's happening? There was just more stuff in here than I thought is all. It's okay, we're safe. Everything's safe. False alarm, you guys. Did we find anything good? Apparently not. A scroll of fog, oh boy. And agility. Oh, that reminds me. Yes, Blue, it is possible to die with Zen. If I were to end up shafting myself, for instance, into like the vault, you know, the Zot 5 lungs, that would be painful because I'd have to sort of sanctuary a billion times and I'd run out of piety, probably. Silence, perhaps, would stop me from doing sanctuary. What would be the rationale for Abyss farming? Well, tidbits, the thing is that formicids are just really bad at handling the orb run. Well, not exactly the orb run, kind of the orb run. They're really bad at handling Zot. So if like a bad situation develops in Zot, there can, you can't blink away, not even like an uncontrolled blink. I know Zot doesn't let you see blink. But the point is that you have less really good tools available to you, and so something I really prefer to do on formicids, unless I'm worshiping Zen, is I really like to get disjunction online, and you really need a ton of experience to get disjunction online on a formicid. But if you can get that online, it's really, 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 really handy in both Zot and the orb run especially. But I mean, with Zen, it's kind of a moot point. Mainly disjunction, yeah. Or, some other big time spell. Shatter helps, since you can just bust open the Zot lungs, and actually formicids can get Shatter online really easily. Malign Gateway, any kind of big boy summon, it's definitely life-saving in there. It's just the idea that you are relying on more than just your melee and your god abilities to get you out of problems in Zot. I mean, that's almost crucial for a formicid. I mean, if you were around for Man the other day, and his fun Zot experience on his formicid of Rue, he almost died just because he got shafted into the wrong place, basically, and got bad lucked really, really hard. He landed next to a couple of orbs of fire on Zot 4 and went upstairs, and then he was next to another orb of fire, and it's just rough. It's really rough on a character that can't ghetto blink where he wants to be. Have fun, guys. I think I'm just going to turn fighting armor and dodging on, and evocations, and just leave all this stuff on for the rest of the game. I won't have to touch my skill screen again. Farm pan like a real man. So it's safer to farm experience in Abyss for a spell, to just go to depths and for the rune. I'm not following. Do you mean than to go into depths and go get the orb? Is that what you meant? But I mean, yeah, I mean farming Abyss is an incredibly trivial thing for most probably all level 27 characters. I mean, if you make it to level 27 and you're still having trouble in Abyss 1, then you're just not farming correctly. For the most part. Bad things can happen, but it's very unlikely. So, I mean, any character that has absolutely any question about his ability to survive the end game, the absolute edge of the end game, yeah, I mean, sure, you probably should be farming. I almost never do it. I almost never feel like it's necessary, but there are, once in a while I do have a character that it feels like the right thing to do. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, the thing about Abyss 1 is that stuff just doesn't show up fast enough for you to have a problem usually. And if you do get dunked deeper, you will get an exit sooner or later from the experience. And you just always take the first exit you find, whether that's an experience gain exit or one that you actually found. And I mean, yeah, it's really straightforward. It's like, yeah, you can't teleport, but at level 27, I don't know, man, other than like a Hell Sentinel, which of course is a problem, Abyss really can't do much to ruin your day. And at level 27, if your character doesn't have the ability to beat a single Hell Sentinel, you've probably done something wrong. Of course, I am making some assumptions that you have you have the power to deal with those situations, and if you don't, then, well, you've built your character wrong, and you may have to get a little more clever. The literal last character you lost on Abyss Death, yes, but that wasn't level 27, and also that was a conduct run in the CSDC, so there were certain things that I hadn't been allowed to do. So trying to farm Abyss on that character was sort of a Hail Mary, strictly due to a conduct rule. Yeah, it was like level 14. I had just barely gotten stat form online, and I was trying to make it work. I'm talking about once you're already in the end game. You're already level 27. You're a big boss hog. I mean, at that point, if you're having trouble in Abyss, you've done something wrong, probably. Well, if you're having trouble in Abyss 1, just about any character can have trouble in Abyss 5, or even 3 if things go badly enough. Alright, fellas. Didn't realize this was a mummy floor. Okay, I've learned something today. If Zen turns mummies into a pillar of salt, and they have immolate active on them, that does not make them explode. That's hilarious, though. He just wiped out this whole mummy floor. 27 invos, man. It's awesome. TY Zen, yeah. Zen, the ultimate ziggurat god. Okay, that was a potion of experience. Drop dexterity, drop positive energy, drop dexterity. Recite OTAB Fest, 2 hours long. Nice, man. Sounds fun. Okay, we're at Zig 5. I actually feel pretty confident about going deeper. Let's start enchanting, though. Actually, let's save the enchants and see what we find. If anything, we might find a replacement. That is a Zerkt. That is a Zerkt guy who is also confused. Ow. Okay. I'm gonna put him in jail. Trying to melee an angry Juggernaut is a real dumb idea. Trying to melee a slow Juggernaut, though. Let's vitalize. We can melee him. I don't know what the hell I was thinking trying to melee him. Out of my mind. Alright. I have this strange idea that this character is a Giga Tank, and while he's not bad at tanking, he's not as good as I'm pretending he is. Going to jail for being angry, a chilling prediction of our society. Should pick up enchant weapon. Yes, I should. Case of Executioner's Axe, yeah. Weird that we found no Executioner's Axes. Panlord. And clowns. Okay, we're gonna drink Invis. Gonna recite. want to use SpIE, but probably shouldn't. Let's vitalize. This guy is not immune to Hellfire, so we're safe from Hellfire from the Hell Sentinel, and we're safe from polymorph and stat damage from the clown, so I'm not worried about the clown. That's a lot of EV. Yeah, it is. However, he's susceptible to fire, so I think I'm going to try to get the lamp on him, which works. Okay, good. So he'll get burned terribly by this. And then we'll Ice Blast him because he's susceptible to cold too. I'll just swing on him. We're RF minus, that's fine. Okay, we got the Panlord. Let's kill the Hell Sentinel now. Why don't we paralyze? And by paralyze I actually mean acid. I don't know why I said paralyze. Oops. There we go. The Zig is going to quickly become more likely to kill you than Zot. It's true. Pick up the pace. Alright, Tids. Well, I didn't really plan for this Ziggurat. I just kind of went in to grab, hopefully, some enchant armors. I'll tell you what, I'll do one more floor and then we'll leave. It's a little greedy, but we should be okay. Yeah, it's just a swamp floor, we're fine. Rogue shenanigans, you're always rooting for my untimely death, man. Drop the manual of crossbows. Okay, yeah, we're good. Let's just leave. Interesting gameplay situations. Alright, let's go ahead and enchant the GD, I guess. GDS. Down we go. Hey, I could wear that Fairy Dragon scale. MR plus, RF plus, R core. Haha. Gonna scattershot this guy. Go up. This is the part where Doesn't He will laugh at me. I like to use Lamp of Fire on Caustic Strikes even though they are resistant to fire. Yeah, R-Core would be nice here, but unless I want to pop a resist, which I guess I do. I only have one though, so I think we can get away with not doing that. Let's Lightning Rod. Oh look, the Caustic Strike is engulfed in blazing flames. You kill the Caustic Strike. It's almost like chip damage is good sometimes. No, I mean, to some degree, he's right. It takes a lot of turns for it to matter, but if you're in a kill hole fighting one, I think it can be meaningful, personally. Can I melee this and win? Yeah, I can. That's the thing, is a lot of the defense of a Caustic Strike comes from their EV. So, right, exactly. If you can do a little something about that, then that's ideal. So here's the problem, no R negative. So the occasional Death Mage could do quite a lot to me. That's the trade we've made. That is the trade we've made. To be able to have Shaolin and Robustness on at the same time. Evo 27 plays into it. That's the other thing, is The initial blast is affected by your evokes skill. I don't think the ongoing cloud damage is, though. Let's summon these dragons. Whoa, whoa, hold on. Hold the phone, that's a lot of stuff. Why am I not reciting? Why am I not vitalized? Need to kill the Earth Mages. Here we go. That is just not working out. Let's drink a couple of heal wounds. Weirdly enough, the biggest damage was coming from these yellow draconians just breathing on me. Dude, Disc of Storms was amazing, Tidbits. How sad were you when they took that out of the game? I loved that item. Let's pull away. I didn't want to get flayed. The lamp just immediately kills that flayed coast. That was awesome. Yeah, Senshi, the rods were a lot of fun. This MO is awesome. Burning through ammo like crazy, but this is the part of the game where you can have some fun with it, you know. No! I'll never do it, Rogue Shenanigans. I'll put on Acid Dragon armor instead. Big hit from negative energy there. Well, the game feels a lot better right now, I think primarily because of quality of life changes. I have to wonder if you brought back some of the more asinine removals and changes, if you reverted some of those, if the game would feel even better if you kept the quality of life things. But we'll never find that out in mainline, you know. That was 3 points of AC we just gained. I will say this, as much as I enjoy rods, they absolutely constituted an inventory problem. The disc honestly constituted a bit of an inventory problem. Evocations are just really damn good, even in modern crawl. So if you started adding in some of those old evokes, like I kind of get why they took them out. You know, evokes were too strong, and I could see that argument. They're really good. You know, you'll notice I always get like 15 points every game. There's a reason for that. I just have to wonder if there was perhaps a better way to balance them. Like maybe you could take out some wands and keep the rods. But to me, the biggest problem is the inventory management issue. Wiglaf, my boy. Yeah, whatever happened to Wiglaf? This magic map. Alright, I think I'm going to dive. Just walk into a teleport trap like a boss. High Elves were a very awkward race to play. I speed run, I turn count speed ran High Elf Ice Elementalist to get the world record high score for that combo. And it was just weird. They have strange aptitudes. I wouldn't say that they're weak, I'd just say that they're awkward. It's like a strange little human, basically. Does inventory management even lead to anything interesting gameplay-wise? Can't we just add Unicode characters to the list of slots? I don't know. I think the inventory limit, like TeCj is saying, I really do think that it's just in there as sort of a relic of a bygone age, and I don't think it adds anything particularly interesting to the game. So I feel like it wouldn't be very difficult to fix it, you know, just like add sacks to the game or something. Or add numbers to the list. They keep changing things to be more inventory efficient instead of just changing the inventory. Well, here's I can see both sides of the argument, because I could understand it if their fear is like, okay, now we've bloated this game to where there's like this 100-line long inventory, and the player now has to scroll through 4 billion things, you know, to get to what they actually want. And I can understand wanting to avoid that situation. But at the same time, I mean, there's a way to do that you know, you can be judicious in what you add to the game without without having this sort of weird arbitrary 52 item cap. Everything is broken up into its own use menu. That's true. Well, sort of. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Sometimes if you press... Actually, you know what? That's a really good point, because the only time you want to mess with this whole big, long window is when you're dropping things. And you would never need to drop things if the inventory was like triple the size or whatever. Let's see. What am I doing? Can I die here? Yes, I can. Scattershot. What? Okay, we'll take a step. There we go. Now we can't die. Now we can die. Using that kind of language saying that it's debatable could get you into problems? What do you mean? Probably didn't need to sanctuary there, but I didn't want to take any chances. I hate the fact that there's so many toes. Toe plus Quicksilver Dragon is pretty terrifying. Joke was that you've been more strident off the line. Well, I don't know. I try to be even-keeled about development type stuff when possible. There's usually two sides to any story. And if you don't consider every angle, you know, I have my opinions, but I'm always going to consider the other side. Wow, a third Cursto, that's cute. You know what? I'm a Formicid. Why don't we play like a Formicid? If you don't consider the other side, which I think is one of the biggest sins that the existing dev team is guilty of, if you fail to even consider the other side, you are potentially building a much worse game. You know, it's okay to have strongly held opinions, but you have to think about what the other side of things is, because otherwise you might be making a big mistake and not even realize it, you know. Well, Rogue, that's one way to look at things, certainly. Oops, 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 we've been marked. Nazi Batman. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a comic like that. There was a comic book where Superman landed in Soviet Russia and became a communist. Did you guys know that? Why would you say then that you sort of fall into the bad side of the devs? Because I have opinions they don't like and I'm reasonably forceful about holding them, you know? I don't think that anybody who disagrees with those people will stay in their good graces for long. Yeah, the Red Sun, that's what that was called. It's pretty good. Site is not doing a ton against an ancient lich, not that surprising. It was a historical book, not a comic. Alright, Karl Marx. Good to know. Alright, I tell you what I want to do is I want to activate this mark trap by luring Ghost Moth to it. I don't want to actually walk up to it because I'm a slow little ant-man and I can't haste myself, and well, that just worries me to be caught in here. I know I'm using Zen, but the goal is to get marked and then just like make a kill hole right down here. That's true, Tids. Of course, a minus Telly artifact can do the same thing. Alright, I'm doing this. Off we go, down, down, down. There's stuff coming. Haha, you can't slow me. Okay, we will use our single solitary might potion. Actually, we found 3 more. Okay. Well, we have RF+++, so just get to work. You cannot recite, even it invokes 27 to an orb of fire, sadly. Line up to hear about Zen. Yeah. Have you heard the good news? Hey, let's add you. What am I doing? Okay, this is Orb of Fire number 3, I think? I think meleeing is just the way to go here. I should have vitalized, I made that mistake. That's another Orb of Fire. This is a lot of Orb of Fires, goddamn. Heal wounds. Acid, 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 acid. Finally we get it. Swing. Scattershot him, which finishes him off. We're going to paralyze this guy. And we're going to have a little interlude here where we drink ambrosia. And another ambrosia. Okay, pretty much back to full kill. Might is gone, but I'm not going to use another might unless there's an orb of fire. Keep up that vitalize. Clowns can otherwise do lots of damage to my stats. That's true, killer clowns can hear the good news. I think clowns have a low enough hit dice that you can turn them to salt, actually. Now this really is the whole end vault. Incredible. Time to tell these guys the good news. Not bad, not bad. That was really good, actually. I had a lot of fun with that. Alright. I wouldn't be surprised if that was literally everything in here except for these Orb Guardians. Quit clowning around. Alright, I'll try a Dort. Yeah, Orb Guardians are intelligent, I guess, technically. They just kind of look like weird chromosome Metroids to me. But somehow they have brains. Song of Slaying is amazing. That's, you know, that's one of those spells that I know in situations like these is well and truly optimal in a way that is just, it's just hilariously underestimated by everybody who plays this game, for the most part, including me. But it's just so frustrating to use, you know, one of those spells that, okay, I'm going to cast it before every single combat now. Yeah, no, Rogue, for some reason you can sing the song and recite at the same time, I'm pretty sure. Alright. I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. Let's get this orb. Time for that orb run. You know what? I'm going to fog, because I don't want to be marked on the orb run. And if I can't see the mark trap, you know, my character is actually just a little baby. He has not developed object permanence yet, so he believes that if he can't see the mark trap, then the mark trap doesn't exist. And apparently the game is willing to play along with that. So I'm cool with it. I should check this orb, this Panlord before I... Yeah, we should fog. Crawl has not developed object permanence. Well, it's literally called Crawl, doesn't he? Why do you think that is? It's what do babies do? Huh? Huh? This hatch. My fork should be called Run. That's just dumb enough that I should go with that. It's hilarious. Wow, what a uneventful orb run, and not because of Zen. Just really uneventful. All right, GG. This was a very short. Yeah, Totally. I just strolled. I just strolled from Zop 5 to D1. Oh man. Okay, yeah. I'm going to stop the video. I'm going to keep streaming. We'll go ahead and start the next run since that was really short. And Tidbits can get some beauty sleep to keep up his, you know, his big brain, his rationality. Thank you, Tidbits. Alright, so for people watching the YouTube video, look forward to Minotaur Warper next. Did you know that there are many ways that you can help support this channel? Read about them on rosecrypto.com/support. At Rose Crypto, you can learn all about cool things like the Brave web browser, Bitcoin, and other cryptocurrencies. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.